On this issue, I am joined by Dr. Manoj Kumar, author and analyst, Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air. Dr. Gurfan Beg, Chair Professor, NIAS and Founder, Project Director, SAFAR. And Sunil Dahiya, Founder and Lead Analyst, Environmental Catalyst. How are you, sir? You know, when I was, how are you, sir? When I was going through this study, I also realized that, it's not only about the pollution in Delhi, it's a national issue. So please take us through why these areas are so polluted and why south of India is not that polluted.
See, it is all based on the climatology. We will see that the terrain and the climatology, all extremes, you will be finding that all the extremes are there in the North India. Firstly, in fact, it is further saved because Himalayas are there, otherwise it would have been much polluted more than that. So the reason is that you will see that winter is extreme, the summer is extreme. When winter is extreme, then the temperature goes very low and then boundary layer comes down, it traps the pollution. Then the surface winds becomes very slow. So that are the reason that Indo-Gangetic plain, North India, it becomes that kind of a problem. South India, there is much more farming is there. So in South India, there was a possibility that during the summer, PM 2.5 could have gone high, but then that is not happening because summer automatically winds become faster. So it disperses faster. Ozone pollution becomes a problem when the temperature is more, but then that is a different issue altogether.
But Mr. Beg, why is Indo-Gangetic plain so polluted? You know, I come from the Indo-Gangetic plain area, born in one, brought up in another. So why is it so polluted through the year?
You see, it is if you see per square kilometer population density, this is the most dense area, Indo-Gangetic plain, you will find out the per kilometer kind of a population in general. So it is a densely populated, one of the largest alluvial plain. So there is a lot of dust also coming in some of the places, and obviously major problem is extreme weathers.
Which I want both of you to answer. Dr. Beg, South India is more industrialized. You know, heavy industries are there. But I'll show you the map in meantime. If you look at South India, the pollution is less. But if you look at the western part of the India, if you look at the eastern part of India, the pollution levels are higher. Why? Dr. Beg.
See, the industry is a point source. And the old perception that industry is the only source which gives rise to pollution is no more valid. The point is that since it is a point source, the control implementation is much easier, and then this is where most of the pollution control board also take maximum measures on that particular thing because they know where to go. But wherever the population is more biofuel emissions are there, poverty is there where the most of the people, not poverty I will not say, but I will say that most of the people are in a rural areas, population in the rural area is more. So the wood and cow dung and many other things is rampant in those areas wherever you will see. So whatever you are talking about this Assam, some of the things and this, where I find that lot of cow dungs are being used. So the biofuel emission goes high, maybe transport may be low, but then as the population is becoming more and more vehicle would be there. So the point here is that in addition to the adverse weather for air pollution, these are the factors which is the crux of the problem. Yani these are the emissions which from where all the meteorology, climatology, everything starts.
You know, your study, your articles, Dr. Beg, they have proven that pollution is not a local issue. It's a regional issue. So in terms of, but air does not have a boundary, Uttar Pradesh has a boundary, Bihar has a boundary. Is there an air boundary, sir, in terms of regional systems? Can you just tell us about it?
Exactly, this is what my point is, and this is where we have to change the policies. For the sake of implementation, it becomes easier to control things because our system, administrative system is like this, where district level there is a control, state level there is a control. But air pollution does not regard any boundaries. So we need to work on a airshed mode where the area which enjoys the common weather, common climatology, if that is the case, which does not see the boundary. For example, in Delhi, I will see that 6 more states, some areas of 6 more states, surrounding states are part of the airshed. Unless you take action, all the policies, all the mitigation measures are based on the airshed boundary, you will see little changes. You need to come out with a planning that how to come together, 6 states bring together. Difficult from a more point of view because of the political different governments are there are different kind of administrations are there, but then for the sake of health for the people, you need to come together and come out with a mechanism so that you start working on a airshed mode rather than working on a district or state level mode.
You know, a lot of people don't understand that bad air does not only lead to coughing, does not only lead to suspending your exercise session. It can lead to bigger things. Do you think there's lack of awareness in context of PM2?
In fact, the point here is very clear that still NCAP, whatever is going on, PM10 is the lead pollutant.
Okay.
Or PM10 is the pollutant, all the percentage change, percentage 30%, 40%.
Okay.
The measuring scale is PM10, not PM2.5.
Okay. So basically,
dangerous.
So you are saying that the PM10 is a bigger pollutant?
No, this is where the point is that in NCAP 1, PM 2.5 is a bigger pollutant, more dangerous, more unhealthy, more bad menace for us. But unfortunate thing is that in NCAP, all the measures which you will see that 30% reduction should be by 2026, 27, 24 or all, that is done for the PM10. Are you understanding what I am trying to convey? So your measuring scale is PM10, whereas it should have been PM 2.5. Maybe in NCAP 2, PM 2.5 will be the one where all the scales will be measured accordingly. But then this is where the problem is.
Okay, Dr. Manoj Kumar is back with us. It was his center which did the study. Can you just basically tell us the overall picture? The data you have picked up is telling us about the health ramification of PM25. Dr. Manoj Kumar?
Yes, again, we need to stress the point here that PM 2.5, like Dr. Big sir told, PM 2.5 is more important.
But where we failed in National Clean Air Program, at Dr. Gurfan Beg as well as Manoj has mentioned that it has been a little myopic in its vision. It doesn't have any time-bound absolute emission reduction.
Let me take this closing comment from Dr. Beg. Look at this map. This is the pollution map. What does it tell us, sir? If you look at on your screen, that red, yes. What is it telling you, sir?
See, this is, one very important message which is coming out from here is that pollutions are not confined to big cities or mega cities. It is so the non-attainment and attainment doesn't hold any water. So the point is that so far, since we are not doing in attainment cities, we do not know, we don't have a measurement. And I have a very strong feeling that in the villages, when the CO2, CO and VOC is high, ozone is going to be a big problem there, which is much more lethal than PM 2.5. So the message here is
ozone.
Ozone, which is a gas which is likely to be very high in the rural areas, because VOC and carbon monoxide is coming from the biofuel.
Thanks for enlightening me. I really run short of time. I would have come to Sunil, but this is all I have on point one, because the entire idea of having this conversation was to tell that we need to do more to clean our toxic air. But on the other side, we will talk about Sher Aaya and Sher Aaya after a short break.